Hello and welcome back. This is the last video of this section, and there is nothing technical that's coming up. In this video, I'm just going to talk about pros and cons of using Google Codelabs. Using this Google Codelab, what we did is we deployed a Spring Boot Java app to Kubernetes on Google Kubernetes engine. Okay, so I'm just going to talk, or whatever I'm going to talk further is only about this Codelab because this is the one that I have used until now. So let's talk about the pros or the good things about this code lab. The first one is to the point content. So the content was not haywire or here and there. It was really to the point. What you needed to know was there. Second pro was it was easy to understand structure. So the structure where on the left hand side there were the steps, and when you click on each step on the right hand side you would see what all things you have to do, and in there also you had mentioned it in points number 1, number 2, number 3. It was really easy to understand and the whole screen was being used, and hence it was an easy to understand structure and to follow. The third pro was comprehensive. So this code lab was very comprehensive. By that I mean is that we have covered a lot of ground today. We created a Spring Boot application, we ran it locally, then we ran it on a Docker container, containerized the application, and then created a cluster, and then deployed our containerized application into Kubernetes engine, Google's Kubernetes engine. We did a lot of things today, and it was really a lot of information that we gathered using this tutorial, and hence I felt it was really comprehensive. The fourth pro was it is very user friendly. So, like I said, understanding or reading what they have said was easy to do, and also following, like copying the command, pasting it. They had also put in little notes which was helpful here and there, helpful to understand what we are doing, or what should we expect and things like that. So it was really user friendly. Fifth pro for me was learning Kubernetes has never been easier than this. So on cloud, I will say that learning Kubernetes is easier. Otherwise, if you're installing Minikube on your system, there are too many things that you have to do. You have to do a lot of basic steps, and then only you can move on to understand Kubernetes and what it is actually doing. But using Google Cloud and this code lab, we were able to understand Kubernetes more than get bogged down on basics of it. So any developer would want to understand Kubernetes and its usage for us more. And this code lab was really doing that thing for us. I think it was really great learning opportunity for Kubernetes. So these are the pros for me. Let's move on to the cons. Okay, in the cons, there are not many very big cons that I have. Uh, these are few little suggestions that I have. Maybe they could be incorporated, maybe not, but these are the only things that I felt are not good. The commands that they have given in the tutorial, they could have been explained a little more, like what is the gcloud command doing, what is the kubectl get pods command doing, things like that. I understand that would mean increasing the content, but maybe adding few tooltips so that when you hover over it, only then you see what that command is doing. Otherwise, you don't see it. So my first and third con are a little bit related. So using more tooltips would have been better. I know a lot of information would have made things difficult to understand, but still, I think explanation was needed, or a tooltip feature was needed. Second con is using Google Cloud Console more. So we have used a lot of Cloud Shell. We have typed in a lot of commands. I understand that we need to understand the commands as well, but for someone who's starting on their cloud journey, using a user interface is a better choice from my point of view. Why is it a better choice? Is looking at a user interface, they can figure things out more than looking at the commands. So I think in this code labs we could have used Google Cloud Console more. They could have incorporated usage of Google Cloud Console in the steps themselves. So these are my the third con I'm not going to talk about because it's related to the first one, but these are just my cons that I thought for this code lab. So all in all, it's a really great code lab, and it I would encourage or anyone on YouTube to create such code labs, or for Google to create such code labs themselves as well. It was really intuitive and a really nice feature. Thanks, Google, for this code lab. And thank you guys for staying with me throughout this playlist or throughout all these steps. And we will meet later. Thank you. Bye.